Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to each one of you on the 78th Independence Day of India. So the energy of India is great, and so was the energy last evening. The energy, enthusiasm, excitement we saw last evening was truly contagious. So we hope you had a rocking time last evening. We all surely did. And we hope we continue with that excitement and energy today as we have a power-packed day for you today. With cutting-edge technology, the Thar DNA, and great performance, we will be unveiling why the Thar ROXX is the SUV today.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Independence Day. You know, we always love to have you all together on this day, which is such an important day, and take forward this momentum of the freedom drives. And we're going to have that a little later as we get out of the conference room as quickly as we can. So price point, more than 12.5 lakhs, 45% of the industry, 27% market share. In the top 5 brands, we have already 2 brands. We have Scorpio as a portfolio brand as the #1 brand in the SUV, more than 12.5 lakh price point. We have XUV 700 as the #5 brand in this category. So what is the opportunity that gets presented to us with the launch of the SUV, the Thar ROXX? And that's what you see here. We would like to make this, the Thar portfolio, the #1 brand in the next 3 to 5 years in the more than 12.5 lakh price point. This is really something we believe that can happen, and we are here today to try and bring alive for you why what we've launched is indeed a mainstream product which can take on any other player, because it is the SUV from every dimension that one would want to look at a mainstream buyer. The story goes something like this. John is a Thar lover, and he saw the teasers. He called Anand Mahindra and said, I want to buy this. Can I go and check it out? Anand put him on to Nal. Nal said, the best place for you to check it out, we don't show anyone product before launch, is in Kochi.
Yeah, so I had a film launch. Last night I had a screening for my film Veda. I finished that at about 3 in the morning. 4 I was at the airport. I had a 5 o'clock morning flight. 7 o'clock I landed,
And you're here.
yeah, it's quite impromptu. I just landed up here, so. But very excited to be here.
Thank you.
And very excited to actually see the new product. And this is, guys, I just, from my heart, this is not rehearsed. I really want to see the new product. I called Anand and I told Anand, listen, I'm very proud of what you guys are doing. I really am interested in seeing this product. I've got a Thar. I've just gifted a 3-door to my director, Nikhil Advani, who made this film. My little manager here, she drives the 3-door. She's all of 5 feet, and I just wonder sometimes how her leg touches the pedal, but she manages. And I said, Anand, I'd really like to see the Thar ROXX. And he just gave me a brief this, and he said, John, it's really smooth, and it's cool, and it's really lovely, and I'm just excited to be here and be amongst all of you and learn more about the ROXX. Tell me one thing, Pradap, to start with. Is this an extension of the 3-door Thar?
Yeah, John, that's a very good question. A lot of people were expecting that. In fact, our journo friends did a lot of spy renderings or whatever they call it, artists' impressions. And all of them actually drew it with just 2 doors. And this is not just 2 more doors. It's doors 2 more. So it's an icon, it's rare, but it's got a heart of gold. So, exterior design, John, is a bit like how you appear in a film. They'll show your silhouette.
Yeah, I just wanted to know about the front grille.
Yeah.
Because that's been a big talking point, so.
Absolutely. So we start any car design like that. We show the proportions, then we talk about the surface, and then we get into the details. Because an icon has to be recognized regardless of what you see. So I could show only your eyes in a shot in a film, and the entire audience will know this is John Abraham. So John, we start with thousands of sketches. This is proudly designed, engineered, and manufactured in India. We are so proud of that fact. So this was designed in our India studio in Mumbai. And it starts like this, literally sketches on paper. There's AI and all of that in the world. But human intelligence and creativity creates this kind of stuff. And then it starts getting a little more definitive. The picture starts to emerge. So you can see here already the design team is captured that look. It's still at a very artistic level. They're still having fun, making a lot of really cool sketches. So if you see the approach angles, the departure angles, the ground clearance,
right,
it's absolutely class leading. I mean, there's nothing like it. There's a C pillar here. I don't know if you noticed that. Did you?
Yeah, so in the design element, I've noticed, of course, you have your A, B, and your C pillar. There's a certain design element that slopes down there. Correct.
When you're sitting in traffic in Mumbai or in any of our cities, John, the traffic is really tight. You're in your car.
Right.
You look out of your window and all you can see is a detail of the car in the lane next to you. Yeah. Believe me, when the ROXX pulls up besides you, but if the ROXX pulls up beside you, you'll know, damn, that's the new ROXX. Then we come to some details. Of course, the logo itself, we start there. The eyes, they're the window to the soul. We've spent a lot of time designing the C-shaped pillars. The six-pack grill, I'm sure you recognize that. We secretly call it the six-pack grill. And every detail is worked on, by the team with our engineering colleagues in MRV. Again, the DRL, or the tail lamp, again, LED. There's the little notch. If you are sitting in your car, this is what you would see when the ROXX rocks up next to you. And 4x4, always that hint of who we are. We never lose that. And we're Mahindra. So that's proudly emblazoned on the top of the grill. And then the designers also imagine where the product will end up. And for us, it was always in this, luxury environment. Tough, but elegant.
So let me talk about something that covers the ride part of it. John, what we did was, when Pratap designed this, we realized that we cannot take something existing and we need to do some disruptive innovations. And something that comes naturally to Mahindra is what? To design the new frame, to design the new front suspension, to design the new rear suspension, and put an all-new electric power steering system that are available in luxury cars, and bring it here and just say, it's not ride on the road, but it is the glide on the air.
Wow, that's fantastic.
That's what we called it as a glide platform that underpins this ROXX. The SUV means we have to disrupt the mass, and we brought it down by close to 18%, John. If you reduce the mass by 18%, automatically you reduce by this 18%. That's where you get the ride to glide. Once we reduce the mass, we make the spring very softer.
Yeah.
But then, this is a rock star. We need to go a little bit detail into it. In traditional off-roaders, this is called the bushes. So we get into the bushes part of it. This bush has a significant impact on what you asked for about ride. Typically, we have a similar stiffness of the bushes. And in this case, what we did, we significantly reduced the ride bush. It's about 90 kilos per millimeter deflection for the comfort bush. For the handling bush, when you corner it, it is about 1,300 kilos.
Correct.
Typically, they all will have same values. That we did only by adjusting the geometry. Now, we need 2-3 things to arrest it and allow only to move up and down on the speed breakers. It shouldn't move, sway it,
Correct.
You take a corner, it will lose the control, right? So we brought James Watt in the steam engines. He brought the Watt sling to arrest this movement in the railways. And we brought the technology here first time in this segment, that's Watt sling. Again, the lever principle, that the more you widen the shock absorber, the less the reactive force that you need it.
So the ride quality is better.
Right, yeah. That is helping the ride. So we took the advantage of designing the new frame, and we put the shock in between the frame and the wheel. And as you go over the high speeds,
Yeah.
When you are landing in the Cochin airport, you would have seen on the water waves, there are lot of imperfections, right?
Yeah.
The roads are exactly like that. So let's look at the steering, electric power steering. It's so light.
Yeah.
And we moved the architecture so close to 18% that it's very precise.
From hydraulic to
Electric.
electric.
I was talking to a doctor, orthopedics. I showed him our chief medical officer of Mahindra. He worked in Miyat, and he told, Velu, you know, there are two things very cute about it. The abdomen is at 4 heads, vibrating, yeah? Any peak that you have in abdomen, it will throw up. So get it down. So that's the team, our team put in so much effort. When you drive this car today, you will see it's so good, you don't get tired at all. And the second thing the chief medical officer told me, don't touch the 12 heads part of it. You have to have extremely low value because the 12 heads is the spine and the brain.
Oh, wow.
Because these are skulls and they are high frequency. We took the frame and our CA engineer said, cut it to 200 sections.
Right.
And then make small, big, small, big, small, big, irregular, you know.
Right.
Then the longitudinal member becomes very stiff, varying shapes. That's one innovation that we brought in. When we join the cross members, lot of time the engineers have a limitation. So they join it only with the inner. They don't penetrate through the outer. So we did to the outer all across. We get a very strong, stiff, yet light frame. That's why you see the bending frequency, the twisting frequency, very, very high. So the frame does not come into play at all in the ride up to 30 heads. Its torsion is 35 heads, and the bending is 40 heads. It's absolutely out of the window, therefore it is glide down. So the rings texture is the one that brings John very high quietness in the body. Maybe you are wanting to see the result. You see this, John. But what you see, John, here,
Right.
this is the noise level, what you hear it in the ear. Your frequency is 450 hertz male, and a female is 650 hertz. These hertz, noise should not be there at all. If it is not there, then you are able to hear you well. So this is something 650 millimeter up to here. You can remember the tire diameter that Pratap San did. 7, 8, 9 millimeter is the tire diameter. Easy number to remember. And Pratap San educated me. And then we put the water, and then we tested it. Approach angle, departure angle, breakover angle, way above any competition. You know, someone invented the differential, but they forgot if one wheel is out of the touch, the whole torque goes to that. It is unfair, no? So the first time we bring it here, John.
Super. Super.
You know the steering is fully turned. You know the speed is below 10, 15 km per hour. Then I take these two inputs, I lock it. So we give in the roads cruise control. Can we give the cruise control in off-road? And 4, 5 km per hour, you put the cruise control in.
And it just
travels.
manages.
You have a gasoline, you have a diesel, and 380 Newton meters, 370 Newton meters, and the new generation turbocharger. These turbochargers are activated by electric actuators. So we have a butter-like 6-speed IC automatic transmission, and then manual transmission, best in class again. After all, John, you may be wondering whether this car is safe.
Correct. I think that's paramount,
Yes.
and that's most important.
You go at 64 km per hour, you know how much you go and crash against a barrier or a car, you are generating close to 22 tons.
Wow.
Wow. So that's what you do. We designed it so well that in this space of the bonnet, you absorb
Correct.
all the energy. When it comes here, you stop. No damage to this structure. You can see it in the crash pulse. So until here, the front end crashes. After that, it just bounces back. I tested one international car, which is so famous. The crushing went on, went on, went on, went on. After 150 milliseconds, the graph went out of
Oh
the
my God.
printout. So there is no competition for the safety of this car.
Absolutely, yeah.
The body is so designed very well with the stiffness. 6 airbags, and then we bring 3-point seat belt mounting and all the stuffs.
John, it starts with our sketchbook. A very, very quick artistic impression. And then it, again, like the exterior you saw, the visuals get much more definitive. So you can see the stitching on the IP. You can see the stitching on the door. You know, it's all leatherette. And, but the strength of the vehicle is never lost.
Again, for a person who looks at cars, I think the sunroof is a big selling point.
Yeah.
So
And
tell us something about this.
Absolutely. I mean, we are seeing this. It brings in light to the vehicle. It gives that sense of openness.
It's pretty large.
It's huge. It's one of the largest Velusan.
Yes,
Correct me if I'm
absolutely.
wrong. And it's that wind in the hair feeling. Again, the space is for everyone in the car. Very much a vehicle for your friends, your family, to go out and enjoy life. So you have the 10.25 inch screen. You see that little boilerplate,
Right, yeah.
which is so important. Everything you touch, the Harman Kardon speakers,
yeah.
the hand stitching, it's leatherette, John. A lot of people feel that white will get dirty, but it's leatherette, you can just wipe it
Easily
down.
wash it off.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no problem, but you can see the kind of sense of space it gives you. And of course, that gorgeous, sky roof, sunroof, pano
Absolutely.
roof. And
Beautiful.
again, the ventilated seats that the team put in.
Beautiful.
There's
It's really
a-
beautiful.
Driver, co-driver.
there's
Stunning.
everything is sort of authentic. Where it's metal. Where it's hard surfaces, it's hard surfaces. We go into every grain, every texture, everything you touch and feel in the vehicle. The perforation pattern,
Yeah,
the
it
color of
looks
the
lovely.
thread.
So John, you were talking about the space. So you look at the second row where you sit or the first row where you sit, 130 millimeter to 100 millimeters you have.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's the over your head. You have the head clearance.
That's enough space, yeah.
So I think you can jump on with the ROXX.
So I see a 644 liter at the back, but they sit in front with me. So I think this is beyond perfect for me.
You mentioned to us saying that we know what a Thar is, right? It's got that DNA, it's an off-roader. How do you convince me to say that this is an equally good city vehicle? If I can use the word refinement in terms of ride and NVH, XUV 700 has become a benchmark. So this product, being a body on frame, having M-Glide as our platform will deliver that kind of ride and handling. So you can be rest assured, whether it's your two children or whether it's you sitting in the second row or you driving the vehicle, space, comfort, noise, vibration, and harshness, sophistication of ride, you're going to get everything on a product on Thar ROXX. And frankly, that's why it's the SUV. That's why the claim that this product is the SUV. Pratap also spoke a lot about the thinking that's gone in terms of creating the sophisticated interiors, right? He spent a lot of time explaining the CMF, the kind of materials, the textures, the kind of usage of leatherette in the vehicle, not just on the seats, but on many other surfaces which you touch and feel. So we are able to bring in not just refinement, but sophistication too. Off-roading, John, I don't need to summarize in detail, but you again saw what Velu spoke about. Some of the segment first that we've brought in, whether it's about IntelliTurn, whether it's the crawl feature, all of it is now available on Thar ROXX. But I still want to spend a little bit of time telling you that a discerning customer like you also is looking for high-end features. Typically, when you buy the vehicles, you want certain features. This is one of the biggest pano sunroofs in this category. The ADAS, which provides all the features that a level 2 ADAS needs to provide from a safety point of view, both for the driver and the pedestrian. Fantastic sound theater system that we've created in the product.
Very, very important to me.
Exactly, John. For a person in your profession, you totally get it and you totally understand how important sound is. It literally creates a theater for you inside the vehicle. Ventilated seats both for driver and co-driver, the 360-degree surround camera. So when you're driving the vehicle, it makes the bonnet transparent. And if there's anything under the vehicle, you have visibility to
Wow.
that. And then, of course, we have ROXX Connect. This is something now we offer on our range of products. All our sort of high premium SUVs or high-end SUVs offer ROXX.
Vijay, there's honestly so much of technology that's packed into this product is so impressive.
How do we bring features from products which are at a much higher price point available to the masses?
Accessible to the masses.
Make it
yeah,
accessible
yeah.
to public at large.
So, John, what do you think?
I think it's honestly fantastic.
Fantastic.
Genuinely fantastic. Really, really good.
Yesterday we had put this up. There's our MX1 variant. The base variant, not basic. And yesterday somebody came up to me and said, you should have called it the boss variant, not the base variant. And just with this variant, you're getting LED lights, you're getting push button start, you're getting a USB charger, you're getting so many things which don't come. MX3 is all about leveling up. It's about the little joys in life which makes your experience a little bit better, a little more joyful. So we have drive modes. We add this in variant. Velu talked about glide. Along with the glide, you now have the drive modes, which is zip and zoom. And we never forget our off-road DNA. We have terrain modes which come in here, adventure stats, altimeter, compass, whole bunch of nifty gadgets we are adding in there as well. We are adding cruise control. And I'm just at MX3. I'm just getting started here. MX3 for me is also a personal favorite, and I've talked about this in the past. Gasoline automatic, 14.99. Diesel manual, 15.99. And the first time we brought it out, the ADAS features was in the top variant, AX7. And you saw in the recent launch, we took it down one more notch, and we said, okay, it's going to come in the mid variant as well. And we're now pushing the envelope on this. We're democratizing the entire tech, and we have our AX3L variant, which now takes the MX3, which is already filled with a bunch of features, and we've added level 2 ADAS. The AX3 variant comes at diesel manual at 16.99. And I'm sure as I'm putting all of these things, you guys are thinking, when do you start to get those beautiful C-shaped DRLs? When do you get that iconic ROXX look, which Pratap lovingly put together? And that's what our MX5 variant is all about. It's really where style meets substance. You go to your single pane sunroof, you get your diamond cut alloy wheels, which the ROXX sign, which Pratap made. We have the C-shaped DRLs coming in, so really it's about turning heads. You get your fog lights come in. It's also where we get our leatherette seats, and you're really starting to amp the quotient on luxury here. It's also where our first 4x4 variants start to come in this variant, which is MX5. And of course, you get automatic headlamps on auto wipers coming in as well. So MX5 is really where style meets substance. We're starting to throw everything that we have at this point in time, right? And the MX5 variant starts at 16.99 again, diesel manual at 16.99. Phenomenal value proposition for what we are giving in here. Now we take style and substance and we power it up on tech steroids, and you get your AX5L variant, which again has all the ADAS features and Adrenox put in there as well. So you get your looks, you get your features, and now you get tech on top of it as well. And the AX5L automatic starts at 18.99. And at any point in time you take a brand, generally people are stopped at this point in time. I would have given the sunroof, I would have given you ADAS, my pockets are empty, I'm pretty much done. But this is the Thar, and this is the Thar ROXX. We don't stop here. We need to give you one more variant, the one to rule them all. So, putting everything we talked about, what Velu, what Vijay, and what Pratap talked about, all the magic we conjured together, we are now putting it all together here. This is luxury without limits. Absolutely everything. The largest sunroof, R19 diamond cut alloy wheels, the largest wheels, leatherette wrapped IP, door trims, 6-way power driver seats. You get ventilated seats. You also get some phenomenal off-road features. Smart crawl in the 4x4 variant. You get IntelliTurn. You also get the 9-speaker Harman Kardon speakers. That's our AX7L variant. And these are the cars you'll see out there, which you'd be driving. Diesel manual, 18.99. So test drive start September 14th, we want all the customers to experience the magic a little bit. Bookings start on October 3rd, and then deliveries will start by Dussehra.